Embarking on a journey of self-discovery and self-affirmation is a universal challenge that we all encounter at some point in our lives. A crucial aspect in this endeavor involves learning to establish personal boundaries and recognizing the power of saying no. Often, we find ourselves ensnared in the habit of prioritizing the needs and desires of others at the expense of our own well-being and interests. This reflection aims to delve into the dynamics underlying such behavior, emphasizing the importance of acknowledging and respecting our own limits. We will explore how distancing ourselves from toxic situations or relationships is not merely an act of self-preservation but a potent expression of self-respect and autonomy. Throughout this discourse, we will delve into the various facets of this process, contemplating how the ability to assertively say no and maintain a clear life direction can transform our relationships with ourselves and others, paving the way for a more authentic and fulfilling existence. Before we commence, take a moment to review your subscription, and feel free to share your perspectives in the comments section below. Now, let's begin. It's a compelling and prevalent phenomenon, the inclination of many individuals to invest their time and energy in others, often surpassing their own limits and needs. But what underlies this behavior? It might be an internal quest for personal validation, a deep yearning to be valued and accepted. Alternatively, individuals may believe that their self-worth is intricately tied to how they are perceived by others. However, this excessive concern with external opinions can become a trap. When one excessively cares about others' opinions, there's a risk of losing one's own identity, becoming a mere reflection of others' expectations. This can lead to a cycle of relentless pursuit of recognition and approval. This exploration of seeking acceptance can be driven by various reasons, such as insecurity about one's worth or growing up in environments where love and attention were contingent on meeting others' expectations. Nevertheless, it's crucial to recognize that this perpetual pursuit of external approval can lead to a lonely and unsatisfying path. Attempting to fill an inner void with external validation is akin to reaching for something always out of grasp. The key to breaking this cycle may lie in cultivating a healthier relationship with oneself, learning to value one's own opinions and needs. By doing so, individuals can embark on a path of greater authenticity and personal satisfaction, where external opinions become just one facet of their existence, not the defining factor of their happiness and self-esteem. Many of us, at some point, find ourselves dedicating our time and energy to others. But why does this happen? Is it a quest for self-affirmation or a deep desire to be appreciated? Excessive concern with others' opinions can turn us into hostages of these judgments. If you often find yourself in this situation, I want to introduce you to a valuable strategy for reclaiming your sovereignty and self-esteem. This strategy is simply known as walking away. While it may sound somewhat abrupt, in certain circumstances, it becomes a necessary step to assert one's autonomy. Throughout life, we encounter various people, some who do not respect boundaries, others who are overly dependent or even cruel and selfish. Demonstrating that you are willing to walk away not only reinforces your independence but also regains control over your own life. The power of walking away is fortified by two fundamental pillars: the ability to say no, and the presence of a clear direction in your life. If you tend to get entangled in others' desires or feel used and abused, it's likely that you struggle with refusing requests and lack a defined purpose. Having a clear goal communicates to the world that you value your time and, by extension, your life. This naturally distances you from situations where your boundaries are disregarded. Maintaining focus on your path reduces the need for external approval. Walking away is not merely a physical action, it's a mindset of self-worth and respect. Adopting this stance sends a powerful message: you are in charge of your life. Thank you for dedicating your time to this reflection. Walking away may sound like a decisive move, but at certain times, it becomes an essential action to assert one's autonomy in a given scenario. Throughout life's journey, we cross paths with countless people, some fleeting like leaves in the wind, while others deeply root themselves in our hearts. Each encounter, whether brief or lasting, leaves a unique imprint on our personal story. Deciding to step back is not always easy, it often comes with a mix of emotions, a blend of relief with a tinge of melancholy. However, it's crucial to remember that taking control of our own narrative is a sign of maturity and self-awareness. Knowing when to say goodbye, when to close a chapter, is a vital skill in building a fulfilling and authentic life. In some cases, this choice might seem selfish to others, however, it's an act of self-preservation. By moving away from situations or people that no longer align with our values or aspirations, we make room for new opportunities and enriching experiences. This journey of personal discovery is a mosaic of meetings and farewells, each contributing a unique color to the larger picture of our existence. These moments of departure, though sometimes painful, are crucial for our growth. They teach us about our limits, desires, and, most importantly, about who we truly are. By sharing these reflections, I hope to spark curiosity and interest in my audience, encouraging them to look at their own stories with a new perspective full of possibilities and learning. Among the various people who cross our paths, some present particular challenges in understanding and respecting personal boundaries. Some can be overly dependent, clinging to us and demanding a disproportionate amount of our time and energy. These interactions, although often well-intentioned, can become exhausting, creating an imbalance in the relationship. On the other hand, there are those individuals we might classify as unpleasant and ill-intentioned. Unfortunately, they see social interactions as opportunities for manipulation and exploitation. They may act cruelly, using sarcasm, criticism, or abusive behaviors to belittle others, aiming for their benefit without consideration for others' well-being. These negative interactions, though challenging, offer valuable learning opportunities. They teach us the importance of establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries. Learning to identify and deal with such personalities is crucial for our emotional health and personal development. It teaches us to be assertive, to stand up for our values, and to not allow others to treat us disrespectfully or harmfully. By making the conscious decision to distance ourselves from those who do not respect our boundaries, we send a powerful message, both to ourselves and to them. This attitude clearly demonstrates that we are not owned by anyone and that we have the power and autonomy to choose who is part of our lives. This gesture of withdrawal is not just an act of self-affirmation but also an important step in regaining control over our own well-being and capabilities. This choice to distance ourselves can be seen as an act of self-defense and preservation. By distancing ourselves from toxic people or draining relationships, we are taking care of our mental and emotional health. We are prioritizing our personal space and investing in our growth. It's a reminder that we are the primary agents of our happiness and inner peace. Moreover, this action can have a significant impact on those prone to overstepping boundaries. It can serve as a call for reflection, an opportunity for them to recognize the impact of their actions and, perhaps, initiate changes in their behavior.